I've never told anyone this before. Not my mom. Not my therapist. Not even my best friend. Because once you say something like this out loud, it becomes real. Permanent. Unshakable. My name is Logan, and I'm 28. I live a perfectly ordinary life in Wilmington, North Carolina. I work in digital marketing, drive a silver sedan, eat leftovers too often, and forget to fold my laundry like everyone else. But my mind is not like everyone else's. It started after the accident. A year ago, I was mountain biking in Utah, down the Gooseberry Mesa Trail. Beautiful, rocky, technical, and steep. I lost control rounding a bend, went over the handlebars, hit the ground hard. They said I was unconscious for 3 minutes. No broken bones, just a concussion and some road rash. But I woke up. Different. The hospital cleared me after a night of observation, but something wasn't right. It started with little things. I'd forget conversations, lose track of time. I assumed it was the head trauma just healing, I told myself. But then it got strange. I'd wake up in places I didn't fall asleep. Like once, I came to on the roof of our shed, wrapped in a blanket, clutching a spoon. Another time, I found myself standing in the kitchen with the stove on and a pot of boiling water. My mom said I was sleepwalking, but deep down, even then, I knew it was more. Fast forward to college. That's when it got dangerous. I'd wake up in unfamiliar dorm rooms. People I'd never met would greet me by name. One time, a girl called me Mason and asked if I was feeling okay. I laughed, confused, thinking she had the wrong guy. She didn't. The signs piled up. Emails I never wrote. Homework turned in I never touched. Strange entries in my journal that weren't my handwriting. One signature stood out over and over, R. So I set up a cheap camera in my room. It faced my bed, recording at night, hoping to catch sleepwalking or whatever else might be happening. I watched the footage the next morning. At 2:04 a.m., I sat bolt upright in bed, not groggy, not slow, just alert. Then I stood, perfectly still for 20 seconds. Then I smiled. But not my smile. This was wider, toothier, unnatural. I walked to the corner of the room and stood facing the wall. For 4 minutes. Then I turned and said to the camera, "He doesn't know yet." I don't remember saying that. I don't remember any of it. I called a therapist the next day. She gently suggested dissociative identity disorder. Did. I thought she was being dramatic, until they introduced themselves. Mason was the first. He was cold. Calculated. I didn't meet him. Not really. But he left notes. Sticky notes on the fridge. Don't drink the milk. Window was open. I closed it. And then came Elijah. Elijah was kind, almost protective. He left messages on the bathroom mirror, written in dry erase marker. "Don't forget to call Mom. You did great today." Then one morning, I found a new note. It wasn't from Mason or Elijah. It was carved into the underside of my kitchen table. "You're not the only one watching." The handwriting was jagged, deep, done with something sharp. I ran my fingers along the groove and felt a shiver crawl up my spine. I moved out of my apartment the next week. But you can't run from yourself. I started to lose time. Hours would disappear like sand through my fingers. I'd come to while standing in the middle of grocery store aisles. I once found myself driving on a highway I'd never seen, the GPS screaming at me to turn around. I bought more cameras. I started recording myself constantly. Journaling, leaving notes for myself, trying to track who was who. Then, the mirrors started lying. I'd look in and see myself, but slightly wrong. A twitch I didn't feel. A blink that didn't match. One night, I caught my reflection smiling while my real face stayed still. That same night, I woke up to my phone buzzing. 3:13 a.m. No caller ID. I answered it. There was only breathing. Then a whisper, harsh and sharp, like it was made of thorns. "Let him speak." I dropped the phone. When I picked it up again, the call had ended, and a new message was written on the wall behind my bed in red ink. Soon. I began to panic. My doctor prescribed me sleep aids. They didn't help. My body rested, but the others, whoever they were, used that time. Then came the night I met him. Through the camera, I watched him sit directly in front of the lens. Not me, not anyone I'd seen before. His head was shaved. His eyes were wide and red-rimmed. His smile was almost apologetic. He didn't blink once. Just leaned into the camera and said, "We're sorry it took so long, but it's our turn now." When I woke up, my hands were blistered. My apartment had been rearranged. Again, furniture flipped, doors taken off hinges. My bedroom door was nailed shut. From the inside, I found a journal under my bed, one I didn't buy. The pages were filled with entries, all dated the past 3 months, all in different handwriting. They each signed off with a name: R. Mason, Elijah, Gray, Victor. The last entry was dated tomorrow. It simply read, "Tonight, we take the rest." Now I don't sleep. I can't. I hear whispering behind the walls. I catch movement in the corners of my eyes. I feel my face doing things I don't control. And when I look in the mirror, sometimes I don't blink, but my reflection does.